Buongiorno a tutti, io sono Elisa Siranni, sono molto felice di essere qui a presentarvi Yael Rasooly, un'artista israeliana piena di sorprese, senza dubbio. E grazie dell'invito al Teatro del Drago e a Roberta Colombo. E, insomma, ecco qualche indicazione su Yael, il discorso sarebbe molto lungo, ve lo racconterà meglio lei, ma giusto per inquadrare il personaggio, perché in Italia ancora non la conoscono tutti, ha appena fatto un tour, un mini tour italiano che ha toccato il Teatro Girolamo a Milano, il Teatro della Tosse di Genova, il Funaro di Pistoia. È stato il suo debutto assoluto per l'Italia e ha presentato Paper Cut, che è uno dei suoi spettacoli più famosi. Ha già girato circa una trentina di festival internazionali e raccolto un'infinità di premi. Yael è una regista, è un'attrice, è una cantante, è un'esperta di teatro di figura, è una straordinaria burattinaia e ha un approccio quindi multidisciplinare nei suoi spettacoli, in cui mischia tutte queste capacità, tutte queste abilità. È anche una scenografo, ho dimenticato di dire, ha studiato a Londra scenografia. Io l'ho conosciuta a febbraio, esattamente pochissimi giorni prima che noi tutti fossimo chiusi in casa, ed è stato l'ultimo spettacolo che abbiamo fatto al Funaro, l'ultimo spettacolo che ha fatto lei, e direi uno degli ultimi spettacoli nei cartelloni di tutta Italia, quantomeno sono di tutto il mondo, perché insomma da lì a poco per noi insomma iniziava questa lunghissima quarantena. Quindi, hello, Yael?
Lunghissima quarantena.
Lunghissima quarantena.
Yes, exactly.
So you speak Italian a little bit?
No, I don't speak any Italian, but I have a deep love for Italian because I used to be an opera singer, studying opera when I was very young. And now I speak some Italian because I learned the show in Italian when I came to tour, as you know.
Yes, yes. It was very astonishing because I thought you learned a little bit of Italian.
It was crazy to do it. I can't believe I did it. I cheated a little bit. I had some things written sometimes, but a lot of it I learned, and it was really amazing that you all understood me and it went so well. Like, I was nervous, I have to say. I've done the show now for 10 years, so it kept me on my toes. And maybe before we go on, I can do a little surprise for your audience.
Yes, please.
Okay, because I wish very much that I was with you all now in these days in Ravenna, but I know that we'll meet again soon. So I'm going to sing to you one of the songs I learned in Italian for the show. And it was a moment really so beautiful in all the shows I had in Italy. It's like a really, it's, you know, I got actually all the audience to sing with me this song that you all know. Io lavoro e penso a te, torno a casa e penso a te, le telefono e intanto e penso a te, come stai e penso a te, dove andiamo e penso a te, le sorrido, abbasso gli occhi e penso a te, non so con chi adesso sei, tutti insieme, non so che cosa fai, ma so di certo cosa stai pensando. È troppo grande la città per due che come noi non sperano, però si stanno cercando. Okay, that's it.
Thank you. As I was saying in Italian that Yael is an artist full of surprises. So thank you for this surprise. And you don't speak Italian, but you sing very well. So first question.
Yes.
First question, I would like to ask you if you can take and give us a picture of you as an artist in the moment in which everything, almost everything was locked down in the world.
The moment you mean?
In the moment that everything stopped, saying us something about your past and maybe future projects. But what I'm really interested in is are the details that are very important for you in this picture.
Yes. Well, let me just give you some examples. So like in the last year, I've been teaching in universities in the US puppetry, and I've been touring. I keep touring. I tour a lot all over the place. So I was making a new show in Norway. On the 8th of March, I was still performing a premiere of a show I was performing in Paris. This month, I was supposed to be in Minsk, touring around France, and of course in Ravenna. Next month in Connecticut, teaching in August, teaching in Brazil and doing a residency. Like, this is my life. It's very intense. A lot of traveling, a lot of collaborations, and a lot of encounters with people and performances. Yes.
And what do you feel in this moment of your career and life as the most important part of your poetry? What are you working on?
Well, at this moment, you know, now things, as we all know, have changed. We don't know yet how they have changed, but you know, here I am in this apartment here in Tel Aviv. I actually found myself going back to Israel unexpectedly, and like most of you, I've been really most of the time home in the last 8, 9, 10 weeks. Who's counting? So you know, I think first of all, I am looking, you know, I'm stopping. Like I allowed myself to stop. You know, the world has stopped, and first of all, I'm really I can look at my career now, and you know, you can imagine that living this kind of life, you know, has all this kind of different shapes, yes, but how much I love this career and how much I love this path, and how much, you know, I feel really privileged and blessed that what I do, you know, like the deepest thing for me is this this voyage that, you know, you meet this audience, you meet these people that you don't know, and all together you go on this journey, you know, into dreams and you know, and into stories and into things that I'm very passionate to talk about. So actually, like at this time in my life, I'm working on the third part of a trilogy. It's a trilogy about violence against women and children. So actually, when first this began, this period, I really put it aside. I felt like it's too dark now for me. Like I really felt pushed and pulled to things that, you know, that are happier, you know, or have more light in them. And I let it go. And I tried not to criticize myself too much for it, because I was working so much, and I have an international team from Brazil and from the US and from London, and, you know, and suddenly the world stopped, and I stopped and I let it go. And it's good sometimes to feel, you know, the hunger and the passion, you know, to do something, and you know, to go. So I've just started working on it again, because I think it's definitely the moment to talk about violence against women and children, and the theater also has a very important role to put a light on the issues that, you know, we as individuals or as societies, we don't really want to look at them, and we must look at them. And with this theater, we're able to look at them, you know, with through design and through sound and through character and through transformation and all these, you know, magic elements, you know, to tell this story.
So it's a very different job from paper cuts.
It's a very different job. I tend to, like, you know, I think there are many things in common. This one is also a solo show that I'm working on. But I tend to do some shows that, I mean, they all have the light and the dark in them. But, you know, Papercut is really, you know, more on the comic side, even though it has, you know, it has its deeper places.
A kind of melancholy also.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very special show, Papercut, because, you know, I made it just when I finished school. I made it in my living room, like, and in the kitchen, you know, the whole show fits in 2 suitcases. And I really made it at a moment of a lot of uncertainty and a lot of doubt. But in a way, like the show and this character and you know, and the inspirations I had that all came together, I think in a way they were even bigger than me, because, you know, they keep going. And it's really this, I think my shows are, each show is like a gift in my life that I get to share. And some of them come through a, you know, a harder, more difficult process, but they all reach this place of, you know, of, I think also of a lot of joy and magic with the audiences. Like, in this whole time of isolation, my life has been 100% very different, like a lot of us, you know, from the life I'm used to. And so many things that we're used to people interaction, touch, you know, working together, is gone. So is gone very temporarily, or has changed. So I think, first of all, I've looked and I've appreciated, you know, this amazing profession. And you know, and we have to keep supporting our artists and support ourselves. I think really this is the most important moment to support ourselves as people, you know, everyone. I think it's one of the things I've discovered, and it's a work, you know, because you cannot expect yourself to be in the same place that we all were a couple of months ago, you know. Yeah. And it takes a lot of softness to yourself. And you know, I hate to use the big word, but a lot of love to yourself.
You use 2 words that, in my opinion, are very important in this moment, sharing and relation with the public. And the public is who we can't meet. And I'm very curious about your relation with the public for 2 reasons. Because you tour a lot, so you can notice the different reactions around the world, who, in my experience, sometimes are very, very different. And you just met the Italian public, so maybe you notice something different from South America or Hungary or wherever. And the second thing is, what are the most important aspects for you in the relation with the public, and maybe the most delicate aspects of it?
Well, let's begin with talking about the Italian public. Because I just felt like hugged like this for the whole, you know, for all the weeks that we were there. It was really an incredible experience. I have so many memories, and especially Papercut is a performance where I have a lot of interaction with the audience. It wasn't born like this. It came, you know, slowly, because you know, in a way, I think my career is like understanding audiences also and feeling them, you know, and you really feel. And yes, audiences change, of course, from place to place, from country to country, from city to country to, you know, they also change if it's been raining that same day and people are, you know, or it can change if there is one person in the audience that has like a, you know, that opens, that laughs very vocally. It can change, like it can, you know, be addictive, or the contrary also. It's very, very fascinating, the question of audience. And, you know, as a performer, there you are, you know, like, and you are, you know, in a way, it's like we're playing together, because it really, really takes two to tango. And I give always in relation to what I get. And in Italy, it was just.
Third and last question. You already said something, but how was this period for you? Where were you? Were you in Tel Aviv from the first moment, or
Well, you know, I was in Italy really while everything was starting and we were going south. So as everything was closing down, we couldn't go back. We couldn't
You
go.
wanted to visit Italy, to be a tourist for a little bit. Do you remember?
Yes, I did get to see it. I did get to see a little bit, and I got to eat a lot of very delicious things. But yes, you know, I left Italy, and I really wasn't sure if I'm going back to, you know, the life and the projects I had in Paris. I actually went back to Paris and premiered a show I was in, and then, like, from one day to the next day, I got on a plane and came back to Tel Aviv. So, which I wasn't expecting to be here for a very long time. So, you know, a lot of adjustments. I think again, it goes back to taking this time. Like, I think there is a possibility here, and there is the opportunity. And I'm not making small, you know, all the big challenges that we face and all the worries in our families and health and everything, you know. I see this, I feel it, trust me. And at the same time, I feel there is an opportunity here. And, you know, I feel like I feel a lot of artists around me are like feeling like they have to be in creation and, you know, finally now they have the time. And now they finally have to do things and they have to push themselves and this. And so first of all, there is a global pandemic, you know. So first of all, you really, I mean, it's amazing, you know, the festival now, you know, this festival in Ravenna, how much still, you know, you're still going forward and still doing things. And I think we have to all the time, like, be in you know, now we can't hug a lot of other people now and be together. We have to hug ourselves, and we have to look at the things that do us good. If it does good for you to hear music, then hear more music. And try to move, you know, as you know, be in movement as much as possible, and listen to yourself. And if you feel like, you know, like, and if you're close and going through pain and grieving, because we're all grieving, everyone has lost an entire world of things, or the plans have changed, etc. So I think just like support yourself, because, you know, we're getting through this every day, just step by step, and as kind and soft as you can be with yourself. And then, you know, of course, with others. Yes,
You said a good opportunity to change the relation with yourself.
Yes.
Which,
yes,
in my opinion, is a very important thing to do.
Yeah.
You have a good chance to do a very important thing.
And it's like, you know, it's like to listen to the voice. You're saying, oh, I should have done this. I have to do this. I have to do this. Hold on. You know, global pandemic, remember, things are different now. You know, how can I do things that will do me good so that I want to do the things that I, you know.
And just stay. But it's very difficult to stay in doing nothing. And
well, not nothing. But I really think, you know, like, I use music a lot. You know, I sing, I dance in my living room. I've started singing. Oh, good for you. Dance parties, karaoke. You know, I'm starting to do now workshops on Zoom, online, object theater. I'm helping other people create their solo shows. This is a great time for solo shows.
Yeah, it's your moment, but it was also before.
Yeah, but at your rhythm, with a lot of love and a lot of compassion.
Okay. Thank you, Yael.
Thank you so much. I can't wait to see you again. I know it's going to happen.
Yes, for sure.
For sure.
We hope very soon. Ok. Thank you. Ciao a tutti. Grazie di averci seguito. Ciao. Ciao, ciao.